Aquarius. How are you? I am bringing you your general reading for Aquarius Sun and Rising. Not date or time specific. We're just past the full moon in Scorpio. I hope it was a gentle full moon for you. It kind of kicked my behind, so I don't know what happened. But time got away from me and I was just exhausted. So thank you for your patience. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading and you like my style that you will subscribe. And for those who are returning, thank you so much. And don't forget to check out the memberships. There's a link down below that says your spot's reserved. So we'd love to have you join us. If you click the link, it just explains to you, or the join button if you happen to be viewing the channel itself. There's a learn more button basically. So you can find out what the 2 levels are about. Lots of extra special readings and master classes. So we'd love to have you join us. Okay. I am pulling from Goddess Power Oracle. Been using this deck for this series and I've loved all the messages coming through. So this message is for Aquarius Sun and Rising. Let's see what Goddess wants to speak to you today. They're all coming out reversed too. This is Mnemosyne. Mnemosyne is the goddess of the past. Wow. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's a really beautiful card and it feels very Akashic to me, like Akashic Records energy to it. So I'm going to read this to you because it is an alignment message since it came out in reverse. But I will let you look at her gorgeosity. Look at the beautiful colors. And it says, our stories can hold us hostage to a past that no longer serves us. The goddess of memories, Mnemosyne, reminds you that running away from painful memories and pretending the wrongs haven't been committed does nothing to help you truly find meaning and purpose. Your alignment task is to stop and take inventory of the past and the stories that keep you tied to it and defined by it. She calls you to be rigorously honest about the areas in your life where you have been wounded, as well as where you may have wounded others. Dig deep to uncover your unconscious biases and triggers. Know that it may be a messy experience as you surrender to the truth that you can't control the outcome or other people's reactions when you are ready to make real shifts. The world is changing, and to be a part of its glorious unfolding, you are being invited to do this deep work. Miracles are waiting for you once you set yourself free and allow your memories of the past to lead you to the truth. Transformation comes with a price. Leaving some of your old self behind isn't easy, but it's necessary to become the one you have been waiting for. Summon your courage. The goddess Mnemosyne will help you. You will rise up from this mess and only beauty and strength will remain. Oh, so this is so perfect for that full moon in Scorpio. And it's all about release. It's all about really letting go of the tower, right? Doing that final, I see it, I name it, I understand it, and now it's gone, I release it. But this card goes a little deeper to kind of ask you to sort of open up to the truth of it all. You know, not to sweep stuff under the rug here, Aquarius. So it's really beautiful. I love that it says, leaving some of your old self behind isn't easy, but it is necessary to become the one you have been waiting for. And that's my favorite part because it all begins with us, right? We're the one we're waiting for. And all the work we do in our divine and sacred connections is about bringing home the masculine and the feminine within in equal, beautiful, abundant balance, and then helping others do the same. It's the mission. So let's see what's going on in your connection, Aquarius. Ooh, if you're here as a cross-watcher, welcome. Sometimes messages come through for you as well. As always, remember you can flip the energies around. I lay it out, masculine, feminine, but ignore the labels. Just find the side of the spread that speaks to your experience and your connection, and the other side is that of your divine counterpart. And as always, I always appreciate it if you like, share, and subscribe. I'm asking for it. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's coming through for Aquarius. Sun and rising. Oh my. Okay, so the masculine showing up in the energy of the Knight of Swords. There's some sense of urgency here, possibly to clear the air. Could have been like past anger that needs to be resolved. We've got the feminine looking for that resolution. Six of Wands. So reconciliation for the feminine, really beautiful. Okay, let's see what comes through now on this side. I love the Six of Pentacles here. Every time I see that Page of Swords, I kind of giggle. Oh my goodness. All right, Aquarius. So for the masculine in the past, this is past, present experience, and future. Some deep reflection, maybe a need to heal, especially if we're thinking about this Knight of Swords as a clearing the air card. There might have been something that was said in haste, maybe came out a slip of the tongue, just an ill-timed comment, and some need to heal from that experience right now. Six of Pentacles, which is good balance. It's reciprocal energy. It is generosity. It is social awareness of the situation and you're involved in here too. But more than anything, at this point in the connection, the masculine is looking for some equal footing in the connection and going forward. Little Page of Swords. I love the Two Swords cards here. Just sort of lets me know that this masculine is thinking things through, is looking for information in the future. Page of Swords, a little bit of detective work there. But I'm feeling a need to know. So first we're here clearing the air, and then as we move through and find some measure of balance, there's a need to know some more information. The feminine also healing. So both of you have healing cards in the past. Yeah, there's some deep healing going on here that brings you to this present moment where the masculine is striking a balance and the feminine is sort of closing out a very painful cycle. So this feels like it was kind of brutal, and yet it's a wrap. It's done. And I'm feeling as if the healing is maybe possibly still ongoing a bit because we've got the Six of Wands, and what we are seeing here is a desire to kind of come through this peacefully, victoriously, and with a win-win outcome, right? And then in the future, King of Pentacles. And that is a masculine archetype of life partner, someone that shows up for you. I feel as if this feminine is kind of moving past whatever it was that happened and is looking forward to a stable, grounded, committed partner. So let's take a look at the Knight of Swords. Yes. So there may have even been some measure of cruelty. If there were harsh words spoken, it could have even come through in a manner that felt cruel, like unnecessary. Five of Swords. It can be like sabotage. It could be somebody sneaking in here that just creates havoc. But because we have a masculine showing up in the energy of the Knight of Swords clarified by the Five, tells me that there's a real cleanup on aisle 5 here. Literally. A real need to clear up a misunderstanding or something said in haste or with anger, especially if it was particularly cruel. All right, I'm going to leave that. Four of Swords. Nope, 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 not you. Everybody in the pool. Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Healing in... Oh, yes. There you have it. So I kind of feel that what's happening right here, right now, is all about something that happened before. So that's why she's coming out in reverse. Because it's about remembering, really remembering, going back into the past. We're healing about something to do with possibly this stable, grounded connection between masculine and feminine. Here's the feminine that was moving toward life partnership. You know, the kind of life partnership that provides that sense of stability, the groundedness, got it? The commitment, maybe merging your lives at one point might have come up, but we're healing around it. So I'm feeling as if whatever it was in the past, it didn't come to fruition. And it could have resulted in some form of like a cruel way to kind of cut it off. I don't know who's responsible. I feel as if it's coming through on both sides. That Five of Swords energy just feels as if you kind of maybe each had a zero-sum game attitude. Like you're either in it 100% or the whole thing is over. Do you know what I mean? No negotiation here. This is negotiation. This is I'm going to give as good as I receive. Willing to work things out in a way that's equal and balanced and fair. That's exactly where the feminine is right now. Striking an equal balance. Striking something that you can both live with. And feel positive about. Sure, justice. There's more fairness and balance. Level playing field is coming through loud and clear. And the Justice card is also about integration. So integrating everything that's been learned from this experience, clearing up any misunderstandings, reestablishing new ground rules that are balanced and fair. I'm going to pull one more on that, please. Yes, I'm getting the confirmation of the Knight of Swords. So I'll leave it alone. It makes sense to me. Page of Swords in the future. A message of truth. Ask the messenger. This could be a message of truth. A little need for clarity on something, perhaps. Ooh, the Knight of Wands. Before taking action, it seems like this, before getting back in the saddle, literally, I'm feeling that coming from the Knight of Wands, is this desire to kind of act on passion. But I feel as if the masculine, there's some more information that they're going to need, right? Because they do not want another tower. They do not want another tower. Got it. This came out in your last reading. It also came out in the morning musing. So the judgment card, by the way, is about forgiveness. It is about second chances. It's about redemption. It's also about answering the call. And I feel as if the tower that came in, I don't feel it's going to come in. I feel that it came in already. And it's showing up here because this masculine, before they return to the scene of the crime, they want to be sure they know what they're dealing with. They want to kind of be, clarify something needs to be clarified before they make their return, lest they repeat the tower moment. But this tower moment has already happened, and underneath, they're motivated to kind of move forward as a measure to clear the air and get a second chance. So that's why the Knight of Swords is here twice. That's the clearing of the air. That's speaking truth to power. Coming clean with your perspective. Here's how I see it, says the Knight of Swords. That's action. It's fast moving. Knight of Wands is all passion and desire and acting on impulse. But I feel like in the future, this masculine's going to be looking for just enough clarity before they begin their return journey with that tower fresh in their mind. So that's what I see. Feminine, Six of Wands. Oh my gosh. 2 cards. Okay, I'll take them. 4 of Cups and the Devil. here's the Queen of Pentacles underneath. All right, so now we have a King and Queen of Pentacles. This is definitely a 3D connection. I feel like you've kind of revisited the same saga over and over and over again. That's why you're being called to remember how it actually all fell out. The devil to me is kind of letting me know that on some level, that is what was resisted. That the feminine here rejected Four of Cups, right? Keep it on arm's length on an emotional level. Rejected this kind of being sucked into something that would be like over and over and over again, you know? Wanting to make peace around it. The reconciliation, though, is about that sort of rejection. That, I'm sorry, I don't want to revisit this. And I'm feeling as if underneath this is a feminine who's really open to and desirous of commitment in this connection, but just had to put an end to the toxic patterns. Now, the devil could be somebody's stubbornness. The devil can be somebody's need to control. And I'm kind of seeing flavors of that here on this side, especially with the Five of Swords. But you could both have a little bit of control issue here, Aquarius. This is your card, so I'm glad to see you show up in your own reading. The Star in the past, definitely healing. Woo! And more of your energy, more air energy here. The Queen of Swords. Strength card. And the Sun, wow. And the Ace of Cups, oh my goodness. So I feel like this feminine sees this masculine, or did see this masculine, as their whole world. The love of their life, the ray of sun, their happiness, their joy. Really makes me want to cry. But when you cut to the chase, right, there was something here that wasn't quite right. That's what I'm seeing. The Star, it can be a wish granted, sure, but when the Queen of Swords shows up, there's some truth that needs to be revealed. There's something that needs to be, like, she's the truth seeker and the truth teller. So there's something that needed to be cut through to the core of the matter. That's why the Strength card, gathering up your courage, your strength, your confidence to overcome all the challenges here, and to also gather up your courage to have that moment of truth, that, you know, whether it was a conversation or a question that was posed. I feel as if it was a bracing moment of, I've got to get up my nerve, is what I'm saying. I've got to get up my nerve to have this conversation, to speak truth. And I feel like that's what happened here, underneath the feminine being very motivated. When I pull from underneath, for those who are new, it's like what's rolling around in the psyche, like, this is the love of my life, my happiness and my joy. And that is, you know, part of what the painful ending was about. There's so much love here. I'm feeling. I see it over here as well for the masculine. So, right, that sort of 10 of Pentacles with the feminine energy. We're going to make it. We're going to have this, you know, committed connection, marriage, whatever, you know, is true for you. But we're healing. And over here, this feminine, we're going to have this, I'm going to gather up my nerve. I'm going to get my nerve to have this conversation with this person that is the love of my life, and who just being in their sphere brings me all this happiness. But they're healing from that too. So I feel the two healing cards let me know that something went very much off the rails. Could have been some self-sabotage even with that Five of Swords, but whatever it was, there was definitely a closing of the door here on the part of the feminine, saying no to a toxic karmic cycle, which has ended. Okay, I've got the Ace of Wands and the King of Pentacles again. Wow. So I feel there was something that you were trying to manifest here, feminine, dear feminine, dear feminine. Something you were trying to manifest with regard to a Three of Cups. Possibly trying to manifest the end of a karmic cycle that may have involved another person. Could be. Three of Cups can be distance, right? If you are like not living in the same place. Could be demands of work and career or family. So whatever the Three of Cups means for you. So I don't want anybody walking around thinking that I'm telling you there's a third party. If you don't already know about it, then I'm not giving you new information. But I feel there was like something was trying to be manifested here. Something is trying to be manifested about the existence of a third party that brought about this ending. Oh my gosh. I'm still dealing with my brain is moving, my mouth is moving slower than my brain. And I'm saying that because of the devil energy, and the rejection here is like, here's the Ace of Cups being offered. And all this person is doing is looking at the Three of Cups. So I sort of feel, and clarified by that toxic energy of the devil, and this feminine now wanting to kind of make peace and possibly go separate ways even. Possibly. There's a lot of passion for this divine masculine though. The King of Pentacles. There's a lot of passion. So I feel as if this feminine sees that this situation was brought to a very sharp, possibly abrupt, painful ending. They're still feeling the passion around the King of Pentacles. They're also coming from a place of self-care, attention to the details of their own life here. But I feel like they're kind of ready to come through it in a way that is, all that keeps coming through is peaceful. Like acceptance. Oh my goodness. Okay. So underneath, moving toward that happily ever after kind of love here. So that's what's going to push this feminine forward in the future. I don't believe you're in communication. I kind of feel as if there's this desire here. The High Priestess comes in with the little Page of Wands, like just to initiate a spark, to kind of open the doors of communication in a way that's more lighthearted, a little carefree, nothing that takes itself too seriously. But at the moment, I don't think there's any communication, especially not coming from the Divine Masculine. So I'm seeing, and Divine Masculine, the King of Pentacles is out twice. Could be Earth sign, could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Could just represent that this was a definite committed connection in 3D. Could have even been married. I do see the Justice card. I see the Ten of Pentacles. For some of you, that will be the case, but not all of you. Underneath, I feel like if a word, just a spark, like let me know you're still interested. If that were to come in, that's what this feminine I feel like this is what this feminine is moving toward. So, Aquarius, I'm going to take this to the extended, and I'm going to pull a card to see what you can do next. Like what would be the next logical thing for you to focus on, like to kind of resolve all the loose ends. And that's what I feel like I'm seeing here. How do we tie it all up in a nice bow and get some completion around this that is more than just the 10 of Swords, because that feels like it could be still licking wounds, and we want more than that. We want more of a resolution here. So I'm going to look at that. What are the block or challenges around that issue? And then what do you do about those blocks or challenges, or what can you expect to come of it? We'll see if this masculine has a message for the feminine a message for the masculine. What are you trying to communicate to each other? And then we will do a card for you, Aquarius, from your higher self, spirit of the universe. We will let your spiritual team weigh in. And then going forward, what might be on your path going forward? If timing's a factor, that's normally where it would show up. So I feel like we're coming to some resolution. The 2 6s are what is getting my attention, but we're not quite there yet. There is an opportunity potentially for second chances and happily ever after, but there's a lot of, there's still something here that it's like you can't make it just be about water under the bridge, right? You got to remember the message of Mnemosyne in reverse. There's some alignment that's required. So if you want to follow me, the link to the extended is below. I'll be there in a second. Otherwise, take care, Aquarius, and I'll see you in a future reading.